Hi guys, today we're looking at our first product from 17. It's been relaunched at Boots. I'm very excited. So much nostalgia value. So this is the Matte Base Perfection Oil Control Primer. What other kind of primer do I ever like? So this is £3 and you get 30 mils, so very nice and affordable. It's described as an everyday primer for a shine-free finish, boosted with super silica for oil control and a gorgeous matte finish. So it is vegan friendly as well, and yeah, only available through Boots. It is one of their own brands. I have used this when I was doing my makeup today, and we'll see how it wears throughout the day. But first let's see how the application went. Right, so I've done my skincare. I know this eye is a bit messy, but it'll be fine once all my foundation and stuff's on. So my current absolute favourite primer is this Skin Balm from Primark, which I can't find anymore. So we're going to use this on the right side of our face, and we'll try out the 17 one on the left side of the face to see how strong of a contender it is to replace this guy. I do have one more jar of this because at one point when I did see it I just bought a couple. Yeah, it's honestly one of the best primers I've had. At least the best one that's worked with the Dose of Colours foundation. I do find that some primers work better with different foundations, and sometimes you should try different combinations. But anyway, I love that foundation. It seems to work best. I don't know what's been happening. It's as if a moisturiser doesn't like sink in properly and I get these weird like bumply bits. It's fine. What I was trying to say is I love this foundation, and whatever primer I use I get more wear of that one than other ones. But anyway, so this is the Matte Base Perfection Oil Control Primer. It's in a squeezy tube. It has a little seal on it, which is always nice. I smell nothing, which is good. Ooh, okay. It looks very much like a lotion. Silicone is still the second ingredient. I'm just not used to silicone primers being white when they come. I mean, this one's white, I guess. But I don't know, I've never seen one in the tube that's white. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So, everyday primer for a shine-free finish. Basically, super silica for oil control and a gorgeous matte finish. Contains shea butter and sweet almond oil to help skin feel soft and hydrated. So the other one is shea butter based as well, which is why this is going to be an interesting comparison. It did also, the Primark one had like antioxidant stuff in it, which I quite liked because I don't have the best skin. We're working on it, it's getting better, but you know. Just making sure I get under my jawline as well. Okay. So, foundation time. Squidge. I have been working on my skin though, so I'm trying to use less foundation than normal, so we'll see. We'll see if I manage to stick to that today. So, Primark side. I don't know how this is gonna work out. There you go, one little tiny dip with my brush and it's done like my whole face. I mean, you can see it barely looks like I've touched that. It's covered my whole face. My whole half a face. Anyway, so yeah, I like this primer. It just blends really nicely on top of it. So, setting little dib dab. Let's see how the 17 side goes. So I used to use 17 and it's kind of weird. The makeup world has evolved like crazy. I genuinely think at the point when I used 17, primer was almost unheard of. Like, it just never used to be a thing. When I was a teenager, you didn't fill in your brows, you didn't contour, you used a ton of bronzer, or some people did, it wasn't my thing. And I don't remember anyone talking about primer. I remember there was like a makeover show on TV, and the makeup guy, I swear to God, used to talk about putting a really thin layer of face mask under oily skinned people's foundation to control the oil, and that was a professional makeup artist. So, you know, it just wasn't as common a thing to be a standalone product. So there's that. So I feel like I've used slightly more foundation on this side. But it has gave me like a fuller coverage. I just kind of didn't do it on purpose. So sometimes some primers really grab foundation rather than giving you a lot of slip for blending it out. And it's not a bad thing because, like I said, we've got a fuller coverage there. So let's go in with my concealers. It shouldn't make a difference, but we will see. So always use a wee corrector under my eyes because I don't even know if it's that my dark circles under my eyes are that bad or just because I'm so pale that the contrast is strong. Yeah. Concealer, Juvia's Place. So, right, we're going to be minimalist with the concealer. Until we get to here where all the spots are. Oh man, I didn't realise this is broken out again so badly. Okay. So I have genuinely been trying on my skincare. Like, I've added in a toner, which seemed to make a difference. And then I've started using a, what is it, mandelic acid treatment, which is meant to help fade like pigmentation. Which I've got quite a lot of from like older spots and stuff. Yeah, I guess I didn't really take the foundation down my neck. I just kind of rely on concealer for that most of the time. But I still prime it anyway, because primer kind of doubles up as skincare. In my world anyway. Okay, so we've balanced out the coverage now with the concealer. Making sure everything's nice and smooth. I'm just going to zoom you in so we can see. I mean, on camera I think we can still see the slightly heavier coverage on the 17 side, where we're looking a little bit more natural on the Primark side, but not in a, it's not a bad thing. I think my nose needs a tiny bit more help. That was quite a big burp, but we'll deal with it. So I'll get this set down, we'll see how it looks set. And we'll take it from there. Okay. I'm almost out. I can't even think how long I've had this and I'm still using it. It's crazy. It's crazy! That stuff is so affordable considering how long you will be living with it for. And it's just a good powder as well, so winning. Okay, still need to tidy up that eyeshadow shape a little bit. I don't know why I winged that side out so much. But I'm going to go and fix it so it'll look better when I'm filming my intro than it looks just now. So we can still slightly see that fuller coverage on the 17 side, but honestly, like, off camera and in real life, it's really not that noticeable. It's going to be even less noticeable once I've got blusher and stuff on. But in terms of a finish, everything looks really nice and smooth, so I'm good with that for the primer. It's just going to be a case of seeing how well it controls the oil on my skin. But I am actually feeling quite optimistic just now. So it is 10:05. I'll come back kind of towards the end of the day. I'm going to be out today. We'll come back and we can see how it's held up on each side. Right, just having a very quick check-in before a very late dinner. It is 7:30, so I've had this on for over 9 hours. Ignore the nose, I had a mask on for most of the day, so the nose is pretty much gone. However, it doesn't look very oily, which is good. I mean, matte wise, I would say the Primark side is a fraction less oily, but nothing major. So that's pretty cool. Coverage has lasted pretty well, other than the nose, which is all because of the mask. And I'm going to touch that up, because I'm vain. I'm literally sitting in the house eating my dinner, but you know, let's be matte while we're doing it. So yeah, I'll be back a little bit later, see how it's still holding up. Right, so back for a quick final check-in. It is 10:50, so we've had this on for more than 12 hours now. And yeah, this is what we're looking like. From a distance, I would say both sides of my face look perfect coverage-wise. This one still looks a slight bit heavier coverage, which I've got mixed feelings on, because on the one hand I'm probably going to go through slightly more foundation, but I like full coverage anyway, so I'm just trying to train myself into not going full coverage. I will say though, I swatched the foundation from 17. I had heard it was a very low coverage and it looked like there was almost nothing on my hand, so maybe that's why that foundation primer is designed that way, to try and help that guy along. Oil control wise, I think we're actually pretty darn good. It ended up being sunny today, and then I was ice hockey, had a mask on. It was a game that went to overtime, so it was a little and you know, it's still looking pretty darn good. So actually, I'm not quite as upset about this vanishing, because I have a replacement friend that's also value for money. In fact, I'm looking at it, £4 for 15 mils, £3 for 30 mils. So actually, I'm on a winner. So this is firmly in the goodbye category. So if you've got any questions, please leave them down below. I will have more bits and pieces from 17 coming up in reviews as time goes on. I bought a fair selection of it. So if you've got any particular requests as well, leave them down below, and remember to subscribe so that you actually catch when I do them. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.